When my ex-husband walked into that hospital carrying his daughter in his arms, and saw me sitting in the waiting room, he laughed right in my face. He asked, "Where is that defective son of yours? Did he finally kick the bucket?" He had no idea that the chief of medicine who was about to save his daughter's life was exactly the same boy he had abandoned 18 years ago. I was 63 years old that day, sitting in the sterile, brightly lit waiting area of General Hospital. The air smelled of antiseptic and stale coffee. I flipped through an old magazine without reading a word, just passing time while waiting to sign some insurance papers for my son. The automatic door slid open with a whoosh, and in rushed an older man clutching a girl of about 12. She was limp, pale as death, sweating profusely, her breathing shallow and ragged. He shouted desperately for help, demanding immediate attention. The same entitled way he had always demanded everything in life. I recognized the voice instantly, even after nearly 2 decades. Marcus, my ex-husband, the man who had shattered my world when I needed him most. Our eyes met as he hurried past the desk. Shock flashed across his face, then recognition, and finally that cruel, crooked smile I remembered all too well. The one he wore before delivering venom. A nurse pried the girl from his arms and rushed her to the ER. Marcus turned, straightened up with his old arrogant posture, though age had hunched him, thinned his hair and spotted his skin, and strode toward me. Well, Bernice, he sneered. What a surprise. Working here now. Janitor ibet. Scrubbing toilets suits you. Always knew you'd end up like this. I closed the magazine slowly, met his gaze steadily, and replied calmly, "I'm just waiting for someone." He barked a bitter laugh. "Waiting for who? That son of yours with all his problems." He glanced around, drawing shocked stares from others. "Tell me, is that defective boy you insisted on raising still alive? Or did nature finally do what you should have and put him out of his misery?" His words hung in the air like poison. People gasped. I felt no explosion of rage, just a deep, quiet certainty. This man, who had caused me so much pain, was moments away from the harshest lesson imaginable. But to truly understand the sweetness of that justice, you have to go back with me 25 years. You need to meet the younger Bernice, the hopeful, naive woman from a small Alabama town who fell for Marcus's charms. I was 26, working as an administrative assistant at an accounting firm. Marcus arrived as the new sales manager from Chicago, tall, confident, full of big city stories. He talked about exotic trips, luxury cars, fine dining. To me, who'd never left the state, it was intoxicating. He courted me lavishly. Flowers at the office, candlelit dinners, promises that I was special, the woman he'd choose over anyone. We married after 6 months. The wedding was extravagant. Over 200 guests, imported lilies, my princess gown with a 10-foot train. In photos, my eyes sparkled with genuine joy. I believed in forever. The honeymoon phase faded quickly. Marcus worked long hours, earned well, and insisted I quit my job. My wife shouldn't work. It would mean I'm failing as a provider. It sounded romantic. In truth, it isolated me, made me dependent. 2 years later, I discovered I was pregnant. I cried happy tears showing him the test. He lifted me, spinning me around. Asson. My heir. He dreamed aloud of football games, elite schools, building an empire together. He controlled every aspect of the pregnancy, diet charts, exercise routines, every doctor's visit. I mistook it for caring. It was his need for perfection. At the final ultrasound, the doctor paused too long, consulted a colleague. My heart raced. "Markers suggest possible Down syndrome," he said gently. "Not immediately life-threatening, but prepare yourselves. Children with it can live full, joyful lives." Silence. I reached for Marcus's hand. His face twisted in disgust and fury. "Impossible," he snapped. "Retest. This can't happen to me." He stormed out, leaving me alone with my swelling belly and breaking heart. The following weeks were torture. He withdrew, came home late reeking of alcohol and perfume, refused to discuss the baby. I gave birth on a rainy Tuesday. Labor was intense. Marcus was present but distant. When they placed my son in my arms, Dante, love flooded me. His almond-shaped eyes, soft features confirmed the diagnosis, but he was beautiful. Perfect. I looked to Marcus. His expression, pure revulsion. I'm not raising that, he whispered harshly. That's not my son. It's defective. A mistake. The nurses shifted uncomfortably. I begged him to stay, to love our child. He backed away. Get out if you can't love him, I said through tears. He left without a backward glance. He returned only for his things. Keep the house temporarily. But no support for that kid. Divorce followed swiftly, cruelly. His lawyer crushed me. I got no child support. Alone, with no family, no savings, and a baby needing constant care, I fought to survive. Dante required therapies for heart risks, motor skills, speech. Costs piled up. I sold everything, jewelry, furniture, clothes. At 6 months, I took night cleaning jobs. A kind neighbor babysat cheaply. My routine. Wake at dawn for Dante's home exercises, nap with him, work evenings to midnight, pick him up exhausted. Weekends. Extra houses, Dante in his stroller as I scrubbed. Clients sometimes complained about the baby. I swallowed humiliation. Yet Dante was sunshine. His smiles, his progress, sitting up, crawling, first words at 2, Mama, were triumphs. A pediatrician, Dr. Whitman, praised my stimulation efforts. He has huge potential. I devoured library books on development, became his full-time advocate. School was war. Many rejected him. Principal Holloway finally accepted. We'll learn together. Dante thrived, revealing photographic memory, genius in science. Diagnosed twice exceptional, he outpaced peers. Teachers who pitted him soon respected him after tests showed his brilliance. By 8, he declared, I want to be a doctor, Mama. To cure people. I worked harder, multiple jobs, body-breaking, gray hair, arthritis. But his curiosity, his joy over books on anatomy, physics, made it worthwhile. Marcus vanished. Remarried, new daughter, his perfect family flaunted online. It hurt, but I channeled pain into Dante. He skipped grades, faced bullying, then admiration for tutoring. High school, relentless study for medicine. Counselors discouraged. I ignored. He aced exams, entered top medical school. Faced prejudice, outperformed all. Specialized in pediatric genetics. To help kids like me. Top residency at General Hospital. At 26, chief resident. Leading teams, publishing, speaking nationally. He bought me a home. No more struggle, Mama. Rest. Managed my health issues from years of labor. Peace finally. Until that hospital day. After Marcus's insults, yard doors opened. Dante emerged. White coat, badge gleaming, residents noting his every word. He hugged me. Sorry, Mama. Emergency. Saw Marcus. Problem. Marcus stammered. My son? Dante professional. Dr. Dante Vance. Relative of the patient. I'm your father. No. You abandoned us because I wasn't perfect. You're no father. Nurse. Dr. Vance, Imani, 12, fever, seizures, rash. Possible rare metabolic disorder. Dante took charge. Hours later. Stable. Caught early. Condition I specialize in. Full recovery. Marcus sobbed, begging forgiveness. Dante. I saved her because every child deserves it. That's who I am despite you. We left. Justice wasn't hate. It was my defective son saving the perfect daughter of the man who rejected him. Love and perseverance had won.